let's take two at a time. As I will take the gentleman over here and then the lady in front.
Hi, my name is Magnus Sherman. I'm with Octus in London. I wanted to touch on the point about preferred creditor status. Some of the current African debt restructurings are being held up by certain African institutions claiming preferred creditor status. Was that discussed during the meetings, and are we any closer to a sharper definition of what constitutes PCS?
Okay.
Hello. Fung Skovgaard from InvestGain Media from London. You were talking about technology and innovation, and we talk a lot about AI, but I would like to understand whether you have mentioned blockchain. Blockchains mean, I'm referring to digital bonds, is a way to raise capital for countries and also to help G20.
Okay.
DG Shad,
blockchain.
you want to start? Yeah,
Blockchain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, I think that what is important about the G20 is an issue that is relevant for the G20 community that has cross-border implications. So one of the reasons why we have a discussion at the G20 on financial innovation is because there are two facets to it. The first is that financial innovation has cross-border implications. We know that with stable coins, for example, what you do in one country can have an impact on the other country. The second issue is we all get worried about regulatory arbitrage. So if one country introduces a regulation that's slightly more developed than the other, they're different, you want to be able to ensure that you don't have, you don't contribute to illegal capital flows and so on. We're not committed at the G20 to a technology choice. So blockchain is very important. I think the G20 has a very critical discussion of how should we globally think about crypto assets? How should we globally think about stable coins? And it is a forum for different countries to air their views. Some are more enthusiastic about introducing legislation now. Some play the, celebrate the positive side. Others may celebrate, may raise caution about the negative side. So the conversation is a broader conversation on financial innovation, of which blockchain would be a part of it, but I don't think we get into the details of blockchain. It's more the overarching concerns and benefits about financial innovation. It's a follow-up there, I think.
Okay, can...
Not about stable coins, not about cryptos, not about coins or anything, just doing digital bonds so everyone can, because we are talking about saving. Actually, right now we have a case study as Prince Albert in your country privately, and it is working, and that's what we try to hear your view on how to replicate, because we have a framework, we have a case study. So we are talking about digital bonds. We are not talking about cryptos or coins.
Thank you.
Yeah, that is quite a narrow topic. We haven't really discussed it. As I said, it's been a more overarching discussion on innovation. Thank you.
Okay. As part of our modernization, we had run some tests. We had experimented with using a blockchain technology in the payment space, where we were able to tokenize the payments, and we proved that we could actually settle the volume that we would normally settle in a day within an hour. That volume would be settled. We took that project further, because you talked about a digital bond, and we tested it with the South African Reserve Bank debentures, where we tokenized the debentures, digitized them, and it was proved that it could actually be done fast. But for this thing to fully work, you actually needed to modernize the entire payment system. And so we are busy with the payment ecosystem modernization. It's a big project which is preceded by the establishment of a payments utility, which was formerly known as BankServe, which is now Bank Pay Inc. So you're going to be using that. So in that ecosystem, over and above the utility, you're going to be introducing a digital ID and all of that stuff. So your question was very narrow. It was about a bond. We have tested this with payments. We have tested it with debentures. The next phase was testing with the treasury bills of the treasury. But we are doing an entire payments ecosystem modernization.
There was a question which requires DG sense. I think it was from you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Matt.
Yes. Happy to come in on that. So the question was about whether